Blue Period Volume 4 Review. What if I enjoy myself while creating my something and the thing I made just rejected? I'm scared I will be able to get that back up. As a date of the first university entrance examination, 5 hours with an hour off for lunch. Shows closer, the pressure is beginning to tell on all the art students at Oba Sensei's purple class. Yataro Yaguchi finds himself adopting everything he ever believed about himself and his abilities. He's also developed an itchy rash in his arms. Maki Kawana, another third year in the prep school class, also has problems. Her older sister got the Tokyo University of Art with honors in her first try, and her parents are TUA alumni, so there's pressure, mostly self-imposed, to succeed as well. Her friend has dropped out of the course because she's suffering from an eating disorder and has been hospitalized. Maki is feeling guilt about this, as well as the weight of having to compete with her sister. Luckily, Oba Sensei is aware of the problems her students are experiencing. She might be a highly unconventional teacher, but she knows them well and understands how to challenge them to do their best. Yatoru's mother gives him a good luck charm, and he's off to sit the examination, but there's no way he could anticipate what happens during examination, let alone whether it is unexpected incident will influence how he acquaints himself, or will ruin his chances. A whole volume blue period devoted to preparing for, and a sitting a university entrance examination. The summary doesn't sound very exciting at all, but these chapters turn out to be an engrossing, nail-beating addition to the story Yatoru's journey of self-discovery. In fact, one of the reasons Blue Period is so compulsively readable is the fact that mangaka Tsubasa Yamaguchi is some really pertinent things to communicate about creativity, whether it be art, music, drama, fiction. The physical manifestation of Yatoru's stress resulting in a painfully itchy rash in his arms, eczema, tells so much about the amount of pressure that he's experiencing. It's impossible not to feel a twinge of sympathetic itchiness when seeing those images, and let's face it, we all suffer from examination nerves at one time or another in our lives, so it's difficult not to relate to Yatoru's jittery state of mind. Yet, it's an advice Oba Sensei shares with her student that is a lasting takeaway for these chapters. If you struggle with self-doubt, as Yatoru does, that these pages will ring true, you will be running to find his own answers to the challenges Oba Sensei sets him. Most of the time we're seeing what happens from Yatoru's viewpoint, but there's a telling scene in which Yamaguchi tells us into Oba Sensei's home life and show us the dedicated and inspiring teacher trying to sort her thoughts out about how best to help her current batch of students while her two sons bicker noisily over the game they're playing together. Another significant encounter is when Koi-chan, Yatoru's intimidating looking friend, suggested the meeting up over ramen. The news that he wants to share is not in the least what Yatoru could have imagined, but the big guy has made a bold decision about his future, inspired by seeing Yatoru go all out to achieve his own dreams. It's unexpectedly moving, when Yatoru is quiet and nonplussed by this confession. And Koi, seeing Yatoru's uncertainty, is perhaps the only one who can say to him, instead of using your conversation skills to hide your true feelings, use those skills to make weapons out of them. The translation for Kodansha is once more expertly handled by Ajani Oloyi with a splendid range of lettering from Blixley to match the varied demands of the actions, such as the sound of an examination room full of students diligently and work on their submissions. Sadly, Kodansha don't give us any color pages this time. A pity, as Yamaguchi's color work is so inspiring, so we have to be content with the striking cover art and the delightful little color panels in the rear cover, but the lack of color is compensated with some stunning use of double-page spreads. Yamaguchi is more than able to use the means at their disposal to bring the attention to the examinations room to vivid life. Only a couple of translation notes this time, and a bonus for 4 comma strips at the end of light-handed mode. The tensions of self-doubt plugging Yatoru and his fellow students in the lead up to the first examination are nailed neatly portrayed. But the whole volume dedicated to one single examination, happily there's humor and empathy, as well as making this fourth volume of Blue Period an especially rewarding and inspiring read. 9 over 10.